I found out my parents had been secretly paying my sister's rent for years, all while telling me they couldn't afford to help me. And no, they didn't come clean. I found out because my dad accidentally texted me a screenshot that was meant for someone else. It was a text between my parents and my sister Emma. They were talking about another payment, rent, again. Turns out, Emma had been getting financial support from them for almost 3 years. Now, let me make one thing clear. I don't hate my sister for needing help. What actually broke my heart was remembering all the times I asked my parents for a hand, only to be told I needed to learn independence. Back when I was 23, I lost my job and was drowning in bills. I asked them for a temporary lifeline. My dad looked me in the eye and said, "We love you, but we can't keep rescuing our kids every time life gets hard." It hurt, but I accepted it. I scrambled, found another job and figured it out. A year later, Emma quit her job and moved back home. My parents told everyone she was just going through a difficult time. I was supportive. I really was. But apparently, a difficult time meant 3 years of full financial backing. The money wasn't even the point. It was realizing there was a completely different set of rules for her. When I finally confronted my mom, she immediately went on the defensive. She said, "Your sister needed us." I asked her, "And I didn't?" The room went quiet. Then she said something I don't think I'll ever forget. She said, "You're stronger than Emma." Maybe she meant it as a compliment, but it didn't feel like one. It felt like she was telling me I was just easier to ignore. A few days later, I talked to Emma. I expected her to lash out, but she just looked embarrassed. She admitted she knew they were helping her, but swore she didn't know they had refused to help me. I didn't know whether to believe her or not. Part of me wanted to be furious with her, but the rational part knew my parents were the ones making the decisions. And that's what made it worse. There was no single villain in this story. Emma isn't some evil person who stole from me. She's just my sister. I still love her, but I can't pretend this hasn't changed the way I see my family. A few weeks later, my parents tried to apologize. My dad said they never meant to make me feel less important, and I think he believed that. But I looked at him and said, "I think the hardest part is that you trusted me to survive everything, but you never stopped to ask if I wanted to do it completely alone." Nobody said a word after that. Things are better now, I guess, but they will never be the same. I don't ask my parents for help anymore, not because I don't need it sometimes, but because I already know what the answer will be, and maybe that's the hardest pill to swallow. Sometimes being the child everyone calls responsible just means everyone forgets you're still someone's child too.